Welcome to Andy D. Cole's podcast. Please like, share and subscribe.
Welcome to Andy D. Cole's podcast. Press like and subscribe.
Welcome to Andy D. Cole's. Sit back and enjoy. As we dive deeper down into the rabbit hole and into the unknown.
Hello and welcome to today's show with myself, Sarah and Nicole.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Right, so to start off, before we do the telekinesis experiment, a couple of people are asking when Dominic and Michelle are on. So the next time they're going to be on at the early, I don't know, they might be on before this, but it's Friday the 22nd of March, and then it's going to be the last Friday of the month from there on, as long as they're still up for doing it. So just because of with the guests coming on and just how it's worked out over the next few weeks. So that's pretty much it. So yeah. I think Sarah's burping, that's why she's muted the mic.
Oh, not you.
I'm
not.
Sorry, not Sarah.
I promise.
How was Tom Allen?
He was so funny. My eyes were stinging. I was laughing that much. So we were sat 2 rows from the front. I was just saying to Sarah before we come on then. So the first row and the second row is like, so see, that's the first row, like them 3 buttons, and the second row had a couple more seats, and the third row had more seats, but they came round in an arch. So we were sat at the end, but we were still level with the first row, and he stopped at the woman in front of us, which was really good.
So you didn't get picked on?
No. Everyone else did, so it weren't too bad. But he was so funny. Like, I was crying. There's like 1,500 people watching him. And it was so, just watch him, honestly, really do. I nearly shown everyone what we wrote down on Wednesday. I was just about to hold it up to the camera and say, this is what we thought of.
Too early.
I've actually got it in my hand. I know. Right. So what we're going to do is this. We're all 3 of us are going to think of what it is I wrote down and drew last week. It's an object. It's not a place. Do we give any clues or not?
No. Object is enough, I think.
Just that. Right. Okay. So it's an object. We will try and project it across wherever you guys live, and as we go into after the break and we go in the second half, then we'll reveal what it is we did. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, that's it. End of the show. See you later. I haven't got anything more. Right, so we have, well, I haven't, but you 2 guys have. So we've done Hollow Earth, the Ice Wall. I do have some content on dryads. I always get the name wrong.
Dryads, yeah.
Right, yeah. So I'm just going to have to read it off the screen. So should we do that first, or do you want to do that in the second half?
No, let's just jump right in.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. I'm just burping.
Told you.
I'm
Oh, it's
Tums.
awful. Who?
Tums.
No, that won't help.
No.
No. At least I'm only burping. Put it that way. Right, yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Anybody?
Tell us about the ice wall.
So, do you have the video? How long was that video?
Oh, did I upload it?
I don't know.
What did you send it? Is it?
I sent it
What's
to you
that?
on WhatsApp.
Right. Give me one moment. Well, if you want to start talking, I will find it and I'll send it to.
All right. So, the ice wall in Antarctica is supposedly this big, thick wall of ice that is at the end of the world, and this is like a flat Earth thing. And if you get past the ice wall, supposedly there are other worlds beyond it. So
Yes.
people who think that the world is flat or the Earth is flat think that there's an ice wall that goes all the way around the perimeter, and if you can break through that, you can get into whatever's next. I'm not a flat earther, but we did come across a video that was really interesting about something called sky ice.
Yeah. So daft question, how do I save a video on WhatsApp? Does anyone know?
I think you press and hold it, don't you? Or go into the video and then you've got like the little share icon. And then
It's going to bring you to TikTok, and on TikTok,
yeah,
you can
right.
hit the download.
Share. Right, sorry, bear with me because I wasn't prepared. Save video. It's going to be a while.
All right. So this is a really interesting video because it's from somebody who supposedly went to Antarctica and talked to the scientists there. And according to this guy, a majority of what they're doing down there is research on sky ice, which is like a really blue. It's not ice because it's not made of water. It's supposed to be made from pure oxygen, and it's frozen at a very, very, very low temperature, so that when this ice melts, it just vanishes into the air.
It just becomes air, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. So he was talking about how there was actually like expeditions to try to drill through this ice wall. It's like many, many miles inland, so it's not the main place people go when they visit Antarctica. And they got, I think he said 5 or 10 miles in to this wall of ice before they couldn't go any further. And when they went back, they couldn't even get their equipment out of it because the ice was like repairing itself. It was like regenerating.
Yeah.
Really?
Right. I'm gonna have to. The video's too long to.
Can you bring it up and share screen?
It's all right. I can email it to myself. Oh. I'm saying I can email it to myself.
Just send the link to yourself and then pull it up on your computer and do the share screen. You can play it right from there rather than having to.
It's on my phone. And the file is too big. I can hold it up to the screen, to the camera, and play it. You reckon that'll work?
Because you can bring up TikTok on.
We all know.
Yeah, I'm not logged in on my PC.
Oh, I can do it.
Sorry.
Give me a sec.
I can never remember my logging in details. Just say hello to some people in the chat.
Yeah.
BMR Rob, Nathaniel, 1423, Simon, nickname Joe, Penny Van, Og, Stuart Farrington, Brian C, Daniel Berry, right, Fred Flintstone, nickname Ems Thornton.
Wonder
She's got
who that
him out on the floor now.
She's kind of, yeah.
For now.
For now, yeah.
Right. So I'm just going through the chat. Couldn't think. Right, yeah. So we still need to be projecting what is we thought of on Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Am I playing the whole thing?
Yeah, you can do.
All right. Screen. All right. Doing it now?
Yeah.
All right.
If you do it now, there we go.
All right. Can you make it big?
Only you can do that.
Be a theory and should be considered for entertainment purposes only. Yes, this is the ridiculous Earth plane theory, or at least a part of it. Now, personally, I think this map is complete bullcrap. There's just countless evidence that goes against it. Before ever even considering a theory, you always need to look for some sort of tangible proof. And these mysterious blue shards reported in a leak from Antarctic research labs are a little more revealing. They were leaked by this helicopter engineer who was contracted to work at McMurdo Station in Antarctica from 1997 to the year 2000. And if you don't know, McMurdo Station is usually where shit goes down. So this engineer, let's call him Jimmy Boy, claimed that he befriended a few of the scientists doing research there in 1998. The scientists told him that they had two types of ice they worked with down there. There was this ice that they drilled cores out of boreholes in the ground that was cold to the touch, usually clear or some shade of white, and melted into water. Almost all of Antarctica is covered with this type of ice, which is just normal ice. Clearly, this wasn't their main focus of research. The only times they ever actively study this ice is when film crews from like National Geographic came down to film a documentary. The other 95% of the time, they studied the forbidden sky ice, totally different than the ice that we're used to. Jimmy wasn't allowed in the labs where they studied sky ice because it was, you know, super duper top secret. But one time, one of the scientists he got close with showed him a piece of the ice, and it was unlike any other matter he's ever seen on Earth. First of all, you couldn't touch it with your bare hands and had to wear your heavy-duty South Pole exploration gloves when holding it because of how cold it was. Secondly, as you can tell, it was this solid, deep blue color, allegedly composed mainly of oxygen, and is why they called it sky ice. And oh man, I haven't even scratched the surface of how deep this goes. Oxygen has a freezing point of about negative 218 degrees Celsius, which is when it turns into a solid, so you'd practically get frostbite just by looking at it. Jimmy held it for a bit with his gloves, of course, noting that it was lighter than regular ice, almost like he could have thrown it up in the air and it would have floated back down. It was also slightly flexible and completely opaque, so you couldn't see through it at all. And it didn't even melt into water when it got warm, but just continually shrank until it ceased to exist, likely turning directly into oxygen gas, which is why they had to study it in Antarctica. They couldn't even transport it to anywhere in the world before it disappeared. The Russians knew about this too, and it's part of the reason they all have research stations down there. After 15 minutes or so, the sky ice was almost completely gone, and Jimmy asks his research friend where they even get this ice from. And this is where it gets interesting, because to that, the scientist replied, they get it from the wall. According to him, if you go deep enough, hundreds of kilometers inland from the coast, you'll run into a huge wall in Antarctica that contains this sky ice, the biggest natural structure in the world. This sounds a lot like the infamous ice wall from the pancake Earth theory, which states there's a giant wall of ice that surrounds our entire planet, and there's even more land beyond this wall if you somehow manage to get past it, including the legendary lands of Atlantis, Mu, the Garden of Eden, and even Asgard. Obviously just an incredible stretch of a theory, but interesting to see the ice wall mentioned in a scientific setting here. Now, buckle in, because this is where it actually gets insane, in case you felt like it wasn't already. The US has known known about the sky ice for decades, and back in the 60s, they actually tried boring a tunnel through the ice wall. They built a special boring machine made for the super cold temperatures of the sky ice wall and started digging. For the first 2 miles or so, the floor was solid rock, but after that, even the ground under them became the bright blue sky ice, until they got about 5 to 10 miles deep after an entire year of boring, which is pretty damn far and still no sight of the other side. When they realized the tunnel was shrinking and eventually got so small that they could barely even move their machine anymore. Turns out sky ice, when exposed to warmer temperatures, just dissipates into thin air, but in colder temperatures, like inside the tunnel, it regenerates itself. Eventually, the tunnel got so tight, it became too difficult to continue boring, so they scrapped the project, ditched the machine, and after many decades, the hole they dug into the wall has now been completely sealed. Now, some people say this sky ice wall sounds almost exactly like what would be called the dome or the firmament in the horizontal earth, or at least fragments of it, and even the most popular book in the world had something to say about it. Ezekiel 1:26 reads, "And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone." Now, whether you believe in the Bible or not, we can all agree it is by definition a historic text that was written sometime in history. Firmament over their heads, appearance of a sapphire stone. I mean, I really don't want to believe this is true, and who knows, maybe this entire sky ice Antarctica story is just completely made up, but as always, what if?
That's mad.
Interesting, right?
It is. It's interesting that it's an actual substance as well.
Mhm.
Like, it's not like a theory as such. It's like there's an actual physical. There's a difference that they've noticed in it.
Yeah.
And they found it.
But is it true? That's the only thing.
Supposedly it came from a scientist who works there, but what it actually is, that's what's up for debate.
Why couldn't they get any further though? My nails are green screening.
My nails do that too. My nails are green.
Yeah, I don't understand why they couldn't get any further. Like, if they're using the same size pipes as they have been doing, why is it just regenerating itself? Like, I don't know why they couldn't go beyond that.
Because the wall was getting, what's the word? More compressed, so it was more difficult to get the drills and that through. So that's why they had to abort mission, so to speak.
You'd think it's an interesting theory if it would just went. Wouldn't you be able to go over it? I don't know. Over it to see if there's where the end would be.
Yeah. So apparently the wall goes up. It's
Supposedly
like anyone watch Game of Thrones. It's like the ice wall in that.
Like that wall.
It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, it's, you don't really say how thick it is. So when they're drilling, were they drilling down or were they drilling horizontal into the wall?
They were drilling horizontally, through it.
Ah, right.
To try to get to the other side.
But they got 10 miles into it and they still didn't get through to the other side.
So how thick is the wall?
10 miles of ice.
I assume they've flown over it. Do they know how big this wall is? I wonder.
I don't know. I don't know if they could fly over it because according to the video and the other things, it's hundreds of kilometers into Antarctica. And Antarctica is huge.
And there's a no-fly zone.
Oh, well, that's interesting in itself, the fact that it's a no-flight zone, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of interesting things about Antarctica because do you know they found dinosaur bones there? Because it used to be all green and everything. And they found, I think it was from the 1800s, they found a human skull.
Oh.
So they think that it's the first mission to Antarctica, but it was from someone who shouldn't have been able to get to Antarctica.
It
was.
Did they know who that person was?
No, it was supposedly someone from Peru or somewhere else that they didn't think would have been able to get there.
Right.
with the technology that they had at the time.
Yeah, because I know we spoke about it before, and I spoke about it quite a lot. Admiral Byrd that went in like the 1920s.
It belonged to an indigenous woman from southern Chile in her early 20s.
Oh.
So what
Wow.
would an indigenous woman from Chile in her 20s be doing
Just
by herself in Antarctica?
maybe she would take him.
Who knows?
Maybe this is where the missing 411 go.
Everything you find out about it, like you get like 10 more questions about it.
Oh yeah.
You could just dig deeper and deeper. This all kind of links into the Hollow Earth as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities that I've found.
Supposedly the openings are at the poles.
Yeah.
Yes.
And somebody,
the main two.
Who was that guy that flew?
Admiral Byrd.
Byrd, that's the one. Yes.
Yep.
That tallies up quite well actually with his.
Because
his
apparently the entrance that he went through was Antarctica, and obviously that's where this ice wall is. And then he went into the Hollow Earth and found all this amazing plants and animals and colours and everything else that he's never seen before.
It's crazy, isn't it? There's definitely something in that, and the fact that it's a no-fly zone, like it's.
Yeah, you have to get special permission. Even world leaders apparently have to get permission to go there. You can't just turn up.
And it costs like tens of thousands of dollars to even get like a one-way ticket to go there, and then you have to figure out your stay there and everything. You have to undergo like this crazy interview process, all these health checks and regulations.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's where the tree people live as well. So that's
cold. There's no trees there. Or do they live beyond the wall?
Beyond the wall.
Okay.
What if they do? What if they do though?
They might.
What? Say you do. Say there is a wall and you get over it, and there's all these like magical lands like Atlantis and what is it, Garden of Eden, Mu, Asgard. Yeah. What if that's where all these cryptids actually belong? Like that's their land.
Yeah. And they come through. They can get through. Or slip through. Thing is, it only takes one or two to slip through, and then they can populate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yes, it is very, because we have. It's more interesting because we have no way of knowing. It's like if you want to find about ghosts, like we go out and do an investigation, see what we can get. So that's an easy task. But this, it's like
all you can do is speculate.
Yeah, because there's no way of us getting there, not yet anyway. But
no.
And then there's people who have thought there was like pyramids and all these bases and stuff in Antarctica. The fact that the only like satellite photos are computer generated and not actual photos. It's interesting.
Yeah, Joe just put, surely they can fly over and find out. Yeah, good. Because it doesn't actually belong to anyone. It doesn't. There's no country that have claimed it to be theirs. So that's a bit of a red flag straight away. So then, does it belong to every other country or a lot of the countries, and they all have to give permission to go there?
I think it's like the moon. Like the moon doesn't belong to anybody, but everybody kind of made a collective agreement to like nobody owns the moon. You just go there and do your research or supposedly go there.
Well, yeah. Well, I forgot what I was going to say. Again, every day. Oh, yeah. So the governments, obviously, they have select few, probably military in that can go there, that keep watch of what's actually going on. They must have some security system for obviously, you know, military, if people do fly over and they'll scramble jets and what have you to go and sort it out. But there must be other people that try and infiltrate their way in there, whichever way, because you've got people with private boats, planes, whatever. So it's going to be like Area 51. As soon as they get so close into it, they must scramble something to stop them going.
But even if you get there, you can only get to the coast.
Yeah.
Because this Antarctica is 5.4 million square miles. It's 1.5 times the size of the continental US.
It's huge.
So it's not
Yeah.
like you can just get there and like, you know, oh, travel in.
Well, yeah. Another few weeks travel to get to where you want to go.
Mm-hmm. And it's not really the best environment. It's not like you can kind of survive on the lam down there. You'd have
And the
to.
thing is, nothing lives there either, does it?
Have they made it
So-
inhabitable?
Hmm.
It's like they've made it inhabitable so that people can't be there.
Because you know, like polar bears, penguins, and all that, they're in the South Pole, aren't they?
There's no polar bears in the South Pole. I think there's like seals and penguins.
I
in
thought
part of
polar
it.
bears the South Pole, because you got the
polar bears in the
Arctic.
North Pole.
Are they? No.
They're in the Arctic.
Obviously. Right.
For
yeah.
penguins only.
Just penguins. Right. I don't think there's anything living there. I
Probably
thought it was in the opposite
just
way.
on like the coast and everything where they can
Yeah. But
get fish.
But then you've got the rumors. I was just looking in the chat. Then you got rumors of like Hitler and all that going there. All these when they've been excavating and they found these UFOs and all these different types of technology and machinery hidden
In
beneath the ice.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
In Antarctica.
Uh-huh.
Someone said, Nickname said, the case of the pilot dropping off scientists and then coming back traumatized.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard that, but interesting.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not a flat earther at all, but like the whole Antarctica
No, I'm
is
not
fascinating.
flat
I'm
earth.
not-
But there's got to be something else.
Yeah, I think there's something. I'm on the. I'd love to like the Hollow Earth. We've only ever gone 8 miles in, haven't we? And this thing, like the Earth, is like 4,000. Is it 4,000 miles to get to the core? I think I read it was like 4,000 miles, and we've only ever gotten 8 miles in before it became too hot. Like that's huge. That's a huge. There's so much we don't know. So I can get on board with something potentially in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's definitely spherical, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
Not
then
a flat earther, but
is that what we're being told? And I believe they know everything that they need to know about what's going on.
I mean, if you think about it, we're not going up to space to see. Yeah, we're not able to all go up to space to see it ourselves and be like, oh yes, it's a sphere, it's the Earth. We're just kind of being given this information, aren't we? And we don't know how.
And we're
how
told
true.
to just accept it and believe that what we're being told is true.
But see, I wouldn't put it past them to protect, like if it was a portal or something. Rather than flat Earth, you get past the wall and then there's something, or, you get to this hole in the Arctic and you're going into the Earth. Like, what's to say it's not just a portal to something?
Yeah, to another realm.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean, like, do you know how they have the theory of like the curvature of the two entrances on the side of the Hollow Earth, and it's curved, and I can understand if you think about all the experiments that they do with flat Earth, and you can see the natural curvature still.
Yeah.
You can do that yourself. So I can understand that you would still see a natural curvature, and your experiments would show you that there is a curvature to the Earth. But then it might not go. It might also not go. Maybe round.
Yeah.
Maybe it
So
kind
it's
of
just like
could it be in a bit of a
a dome. Yeah.
dome? Yeah, or like going round. Can't explain it. Yeah, like that. So yeah, you can show it better with that. I haven't got anything to show you with, because you would see if we're like in a bit of a bridge shape.
Yeah.
I can understand that, and obviously there's the theory of it on the other side as well. But I can understand that because we get our experiments are showing that it has got a natural curvature, cigar shape. Yes, that's a good way. Good one to.
But why would we be the only planet that isn't spherical? I said it then.
Again, it brings us back to the thing that you were saying, though. How do we know? How do we know that what we're looking at up there is fact and real? Because we've not been up there ourselves.
No, could be all holograms.
Mm.
I know
And
people
obviously
have made and developed their own telescopes, and I can't remember any names, but digital, and they've took photos and sent them back, and these are non-government agencies.
Mm.
But then are they saying, same again, are they saying the non-government agencies and every single photo has to be vetted?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
No, everything I think to do with this is questionable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Everything is just like a little weird. Like, okay, you're doing some top secret experiments. What top secret experiments?
Yeah. Because they're literally halfway around the world to where we are. Doesn't matter where you are, they're halfway around pretty much. It's not gonna have a direct effect on us because we can't get there.
Like, if they're trying, like, you got CERN and everything, like, if they're trying to open portals and stuff, that would be the place to do it because there's nobody there.
Yeah, no one can get. Yeah, it's very, very restricted and inaccessible. So yeah, it's difficult, but I believe there's something going on. I'm not sure if I believe in the ice wall. I do believe there are entrances into Hollow Earth. I don't think you go in and it's like the inside of Earth is like its own place. I just think you can go in through the tunnels and these got big openings like what you see in Indiana Jones. Them sort where it's all been like carved out and it's made into these giant rooms.
Yeah. What if I mean, if you look at the pattern of like ants and things and nature, anything that lives underground, they burrow and make tunnels, don't they? It's a natural pattern. A natural. It's what we do. It's what all animals do. We live underground.
Yeah.
I can see it being something like that, like little entrances at the top and kind of burrowing around. And if there's underground caves and things like that, and people or things, other humans, creatures, non-humans, I can understand them living in a cave system as such all the way through.
Yeah.
Because it's, like I said, ant hills are a prime example, but anything that burrows underground lives in that
logically,
way. So,
I'm thinking bunkers, like underground tunnels to travel faster, underground bases,
and
things
not,
like that.
not be seen.
Exactly, not be seen.
Because wasn't it when COVID started, all of the world's elite like went to like a certain place to like hunker down? And I forget where it was, but they were like sending them all supposedly somewhere to go like down into.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they utilize the earth in that way? The government, of course, you would.
Yeah,
like if you could find a way.
Oh yeah, I'd be gone.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no.
If you got
the chance to go, said right, you can go to Antarctica. You can see everything that's there. You got like an open ticket to go, but there's a chance that you're not going to make it back. Would you go?
I mean, why would you?
I mean, why would you? Yeah, I mean, if you go, if you got the chance to go, yeah, say right, you can go to Antarctica, you can see everything that's there. You got like an open ticket to go, but there's a chance that you're not going to make it back. Would you go?
No,
I don't think
I
so.
don't think I would.
I think I would.
I would
too
fear that you
cold.
wouldn't be allowed back.
I don't do cold.
No, I think I would, because I'd want to know. I'm too curious to not know what's going on there.
Yeah, but if there's like a good chance that you're not coming back, you'd find out. Then for what?
Yeah, but then there's still that chance of you coming back. Do you know what I mean? It's not zero. You're not coming back. There's
Like,
a
what are the
possibility
odds?
you
Like
might not make
50-50?
it back.
I don't think you would. I don't think they would allow you to. They wouldn't. There's no way they wouldn't. Can you imagine?
Well, yeah, but
I want to know the odds.
What about these people that go missing? No, you get
this
like.
is what I mean. The missing
hikers.
411. Is that where they go? Is that where they're taken?
Yeah, are they taken? Do they just have they discovered something and then they're just like,
Now
you
you know
can't go
the
back.
secret. You have
Yeah.
to stay here.
You can't go back.
I don't mean like you don't ever come back. Like they kill you, you find out, and then they kill you. I mean, you can never leave the
take you.
place.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, I think I should have specified that when I asked the question. In my head, I knew what I was on about. I just didn't tell anyone.
Oh, like, yeah, if you go down the rabbit hole, you can't get back out. You're stuck in like Wonderland forever.
Yeah, I think I'd go.
I don't know, but Alice went to Wonderland and all she wanted to do was go home.
And she got home eventually. And that was the original rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
So if a teenage girl can do it, that means I can't.
That's going to be an interesting motto. If a teenage girl can do it, Andy can too.
That's me out. Yeah. If anyone else can, that means I can't, regardless. So, yeah. See, I love everything to do with Hollow Earth, with Bird, with the ice wall, no fly zone, everything that happened between World War One and World War Two. And
Sarah, what else
these videos, these videos that keep popping up on TikTok and all that, it's like there has to be some truth to some of it, even if it's on like 1%. That 1% is a massive step to having nothing.
Yeah. Sarah, what did you find out about Hollow Earth?
Well, to be honest, I felt like it was all the same theory all over. I didn't find a massive amount of new theories, if that makes sense. Like there are, I don't know, I just felt like it was something that I was really struggling to find information on, and I don't know why. It made me question, like, why am I struggling to find a massive amount of information about Hollow Earth? The one, like I said, the one I can get on board with was like the story with Bird. That's interesting, and I like it. I like that theory. I also am intrigued by the fact that we can only get 8 miles in to the Earth's core. Like, why? I mean, I know it got too hot, but it's not a huge amount, really. We won't know. We see it a lot in mythology as well, and I sometimes think that these ancient civilizations and things know a lot more than we do. So I quite like how, especially Greek mythology, which I really like, how a lot of them refer to having the Earth having a core and having like other things living within that. But then you see it in like sketches on walls and things where they've drawn other beings coming down from like space or coming up from the Earth. They draw it, and I think that they know something we don't. I just find it interesting that it's in a lot of mythology instead of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How I feel like they all know more than we do, and they write about it a lot, and it's every single ancient civilization that tends to go there. But I I don't know what to believe on Hollow Earth, because there's a theory about it being the hollow, like a bead, hollow at both ends, and then inside you've got this Earth-like with the sun in the middle, and what's that? So I don't really know where I stand on it, because I like the theory of a life living within our Earth.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not sure I can get on board with it. I prefer the theory of them being external.
Yeah.
And coming to us rather than within. I don't know. Just like I said, but then combined with the ice wall and everything, it does make you wonder. It just so happens, obviously, that's when Bird was where he flew through there. It was Antarctica as well. But I didn't find a huge amount of different theories about Hollow Earth. I don't know what you guys found, but I've never really looked into it properly until today and yesterday. But I didn't find anything sort of that really struck me as, oh.
Yeah. No, I think that, and I've always said this, that a lot of military bases, because they're just built in like random areas, are just not even military, but government facilities are built over what could be entrances into Hollow Earth. Because if they build a government building there, everyone's restricted to going in. And just because you work there doesn't mean to say that you've got full access to get in there. There's going to be a select few that can actually go through.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense if they're using it to like travel, using it as like bunkers. To put it.
Yeah, it's like that cave system connecting them all again, because they are just really, when you think about these bases, they are kind of thrown in random places, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, here's one to throw it all out even more. So the nickname, maybe we're on a spaceship, right? So I was just thinking, what if we are on a massive spaceship? There's a firmament over us to keep the plants and us and animals alive. So obviously, you break that. If there's no oxygen, just go with that theory, and we are on an actual spaceship, and it's not a living planet. It kind of is, but not what we think it is. So that's why it's more flat, because we're on an artificial craft of some sort.
Yeah, and obviously
that's me
we're
not
moving
sleeping tonight.
That's getting a little out there. We're just zooming through space on our little.
Is that kind of why we're here? Are we actually in the process of moving? And they've tried to replicate Earth, and we're just populating whilst they're moving, traveling.
Yeah.
And we are.
Well, we're trying to find a planet.
Yeah.
Because we don't know.
Maybe that's what the Big Bang was. Maybe the Earth went to absolute pot, and they were like.
Well, you know, people hear this humming noise coming out of the ground, and these high-pitched noise. Maybe it's the engines or generators or whatever means of propulsion that they use to keep it going. Maybe it's that.
It's so hot in the centre, in the core. Is it churning something around to move us?
And the black-eyed children are shoveling the coal to fire the engine.
Yeah. And the people that go missing are the nosy ones that get too close to the edge and fall over. But it could be.
Maybe all like the trees and things. Maybe it is powered by something like oxygen, and we're producing or carbon dioxide or something, and we're producing that.
Because we're only told that we breathe oxygen. We breathe other gases as well, but the main one's oxygen. What if we don't actually breathe oxygen, and that's just what we're told? Same thing again, being lied to. Just going to say about the UFOs, like these UFOs in the sky. Maybe they're going out looking to see where we can go, and then they're like going out scouting and coming back. And there are not just humans living on this giant ship that we're on now, and there are all these other different races from around the universe, and all of them are looking for somewhere to land to repopulate.
Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. People breathe oxygen. Do not try not breathing oxygen. Because
Just breathe whatever. Just breathe air. That's
Yeah.
it. But what if it is that?
But I mean,
Yeah.
on that note, like if these sky ice things are pure oxygen, are we in Antarctica mining oxygen?
Oh, is that what we're
Mm.
here to do?
And then if we're getting the oxygen, and then we're going to, well, they can't take it because it.
But trees are
dissipates,
producing, trees and plants, greenery is producing oxygen as well, but we are.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Yep.
But what if there is a giant dome over us, and we are on a massive spacecraft?
Well, have you seen
people
that video?
Well, people see these other UAPs and UFOs that are like the size of football fields or size of cities.
Have you seen the guy that sent, is it like a little rocket or something? He sent something up with a camera on and it appeared to hit something, like a glass.
Yeah, and just stop.
Yeah, it stopped and it was like, what? But and obviously it was non-government and it was just some guy. And it was like, it wasn't, he wouldn't have, obviously no one would have known he was doing that. So why did it clanks as well. You can hear it literally go like.
Yeah, you hear like a clonk noise, isn't it?
Hit something and
like
stop.
you look like.
Yes, yeah. Like
that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's hit a glass roof and it just stops turning. So that wouldn't.
Have you seen the Hunger Games movies?
Yeah. Yes.
So where they have like the arena or whatever, and it seems like it's all open, but really it's like there's a dome over it, and you can kind of see like it fail sometimes, or like if you hit it with something, it.
Yeah.
But could
like
this
that.
be why then we see glitches?
Yes. Is it failing the screen?
Yeah, part of the matrix. Part of the matrix. So we've gone from inner Earth to all these conspiracy theories are now linked up.
Yeah.
Because
but
what if
we
it is
still brought the
glitching?
dryads in.
And the sun and the moon and the are inside the dome, and they're not as far away as we believe they are. Like Castle Neil's just put, Truman Show.
Yeah.
What if they are inside and they're using whatever to make them stay where they are?
And then
But
it's like a
then all the
simulation
other
thing.
planets are on the outside, and that's
See,
why
I
we're
had
seeing. This is why we're seeing the same constellations, because we're just staying in this area waiting for whatever to be put into place.
I had a theory during lockdown about this. Did you notice in lockdown that we went? It was like the 23rd of March or something like that, and the weather was awful. But all of a sudden, when we all had to stay home and we couldn't go anywhere and we all had to be outside, suddenly the weather was glorious all throughout lockdown. It was the best, earliest summer. I remember it being really warm in the end of March, and I was like, someone kind of thought, like, flick a switch, put the weather on nice a bit early this year.
Yeah, because no one can do anything.
No one can do anything. Keep them outside.
It's like a reset.
Yeah. It is. It's just. I thought that was really interesting.
Make me think simulation. Like, I don't often think we're in a simulation, but like, what if, they couldn't generate an entire universe, so they just generate this little bubble that they put you in, and they turn out the nice weather, when it's good for like gameplay or whatever. Yeah.
They have full control of what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
So because we are seeing the same constellations, and they say it's because we're rotating in a particular part of our galaxy. But what if we can only travel a certain area, and that's why we're seeing them?
So also, like, the universe is always expanding, right? That's the whole thing. The Big Bang, everything is getting further away.
Well, now they're saying it could be contracting, and it's getting smaller.
So it's just going.
I don't know.
The universe.
But then
I like my head at the minute.
Constellations change. Like, shouldn't it like seem like they're getting further
You
away?
think
I
we
mean,
would
maybe it's
see?
not noticeable enough, but like
You
from
think we'd
hundreds
see
and hundreds
more?
of years ago.
But what if they are part of the Matrix and they're not real constellations? They're just,
Mhm.
we need to show them something to make them think that all this is real.
Because we have like
Hmm.
depictions of things from hundreds of years ago, and they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Is it just where
constant,
it's moving?
constant
Don't-
repeat, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, let's keep them entertained with some dot to dot in the sky.
Yeah.
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 Is it just moving so slow that it's literally made no difference? Not like an iota of difference in hundreds of years?
Potentially, but then you think, surely something will have changed.
You'd think over
I know that. I mean,
many thousands, like you just said.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be something. So
I don't like the idea of us being in a matrix, like in a.
do you know
I
what?
like having
Go on, sorry.
existential crisis.
Yeah, it
I'm
just reminds me of The Sims.
But I'm quite excited now that what if we are in a giant spaceship?
We'll never get where we're going, though. We won't, anyway.
No. And who's the captain?
And that's why we are restricted to go anywhere. Maybe the ice wall, Antarctica, isn't into Hollow Earth. That goes down and it goes into whatever ship that we're stuck on the top of, that's taken us round the galaxies.
Yeah, like Wally.
Yeah. Well, I said, like, with the humming noises and all this underground activity that's going on, you've got the, I think it's New Mexico, zone of silence. There's no birds, there's no life, nothing grows there. You can't get a cell phone signal. There's nothing. You can't even get TV and radio signals.
They didn't generate
It's
that
like
part.
it's like when people hear these collectively hear like these loud noises and sounds that do sound engine like hums and buzzes and like really loud noises.
If you're in the Matrix, I'll be really mad. I have a lot on. I'd be as well having to go to work.
I know, I was just going to say, I'm going to quit my job now then.
Yeah. But now if you think about it, it could make a lot of sense. It would join a lot of dots. It'd have a big connection.
Yeah.
All right. Andy, if the Earth is a spaceship, find the driver. I ain't got a sick bag and I want off.
I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff.
Because if you think about it as well, so they've got all these natural resources that apparently they're running out of. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, go around and find these different places to mine and what have you. So they can't keep digging and mining until they find somewhere, and that's why they can only do so much. It's already here, they know where it is, and they're not actually mining it. We're just made to believe that all this is actually real.
This is a rabbit hole.
It is.
I need to go and cry.
Why did he even come up with it, Sarah? Because I've just messed my own head up now.
I know.
Because there's too many connections for it to not be a possibility. Nickname's fault for saying what from a giant ship. It's yours. Yeah. I want my money back.
Worst cruise ever.
Yeah. It is though.
Oh my goodness.
It's and that's why we only see certain things at certain times.
Mhm.
And that's why I expect like everything's a vacuum because we're contained within something. Gravity because we're contained within something.
Yeah.
We're hurling around like this on a spaceship. We're creating
But
gravity.
maybe we're not. We might not be going.
Do you not reckon?
2,000 miles an hour. No, what if we're just traveling through space, just waiting to find somewhere where we can dock?
At Disney World, there's a ride called Spaceship Earth.
Hidden in plain sight again.
No.
There's a lot that's hidden in plain sight, isn't it? When you think about all these, all the TV programs and things, and it's all there,
like
really, isn't it?
That Baby with Laser said before, Truman Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like they're just laughing about it.
Yeah, but it could be.
And you know, there's that whole thought that they're trying to do kind of like population control right now to keep numbers down and prevent people from like reproducing. If we were on a spaceship, there's only a finite amount of resources.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that Emma by any chance?
That was Emma, and I didn't get a chance to mute in time.
It's fine.
She
went like this to me. She went like this to me. She went.
All right, too late.
I was like, oh, I can't mute.
Right. Do you want to find out about dryads?
Yes.
Right. Straight away, there's words in here that I can't say.
Try them anyway.
But I'll dryads. Right, I'll do my best. So here we go. Right, so dryads are exclusively female and use human or elven males for mating. They sometimes raise normal human children as dryads, even though they do not possess all the skills of real dryads. They are sometimes called nymphs. Dryads sometimes appear as an embodied tree. Furthermore, they are more often associated to Pan, god of the shepherds and herds, and to satyrs. Their name comes from the Greek drus, which means oak, and that is why they are generally associated to the majestic tree, symbol of nothing. While they did not have the power of their goddesses, they were often associated with Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, who offered protection. Dryads are often considered sacred, particularly the hamadryads that dwelled in the oak and poplar trees, and those lives and mortality was tied to them. Dryads are sometimes perceived as evil or bad, but they exhibit a sense of benevolence. So you've got that. The term was first used in ancient Greece around between 1700 and 1100 BC. And they're all female, and each one has a different name. So the Malea, they're the ash tree. So each type of tree has a different type of dryad tied to it. So oak will have like Native American tribes. So they have one not breeder tree, one species, yeah. So each one has a different name. So you got the Daphne, they're a rare type of dryad that was associated with laurel trees. And it looks like it all pretty much comes from Greek mythology.
I think the Greeks were very clever.
Yeah,
like, they knew it all. They I know it's all. I don't know. Obviously, I think Greek mythology has a lot of truth to it.
a lot of the old myths do. It's It just depends on how they explain the things, but they knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But they just seem to know a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point, there's pretty much ruling the world anyway. Sorry, the giant spaceship. So
I think the ancient civilizations and things, like we can learn so, because they had such advanced knowledge of like mathematics and astronomy. Like, how did they have all that?
I
They
know.
knew what was going on.
They knew what to do and how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they was too advanced. Oh, they weren't too advanced, but they was advanced for their time.
Yeah. Some of them were too advanced. They got wiped off the face of the planet.
Yep. They've got their own little ship. That's what the moon is. The moon's like a side ship, isn't it?
It's like the
Like a
sidecar.
sidecar and a motorbike. Yeah.
The Atlanteans are
Yeah.
hanging out on the moon in their little sidecar. It's
But
like
what's
zooming around.
there?
They might be. I don't know. I don't know what's on the moon.
Yeah, I think we need to sort of day trip out.
Yeah.
To the moon.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll do a GoFundMe on Facebook. See what
I'll
we
make
can
some
get.
inquiries.
Hey?
Maybe Elon will take
Make
us.
some inquiries.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy who built the rocket. Get in
Elon
touch with him
Musk?
and see if you can build one a little
Yeah.
bit, a lot better. A little bit better.
He
Right.
has a lot of
So
weird theories too. So he might take us to the moon to see if it's made out of cheese.
yes,
Cheese from it.
we've gone back to cheese again, haven't we? Right. So
These
someone's
dryads,
asking for
are meant to
pictures.
are these dryads meant to just be kind of? Do they just stay in the tree?
Yeah, but apparently when the tree dies, the dryad dies.
What's
But
the
they
purpose?
can't. So if you plant trees, if you plant your own trees and do it from seed and that, apparently they can come back into the tree. So it's like tree spirits, tree people.
I mean, sometimes you do admit some trees. I feel a little bit odd saying this. I don't know why, but sometimes some trees, you could actually see, like, people do put videos up, don't they, where they think they see things in the trees.
Oh, yeah.
And they see women. You do see very female shapes in the trees, and
You know
sometimes
what we can talk about at some point? Those trees that move. Have you seen the trees that move?
Yeah, I just think they're being dragged. They're not videoing the machinery that's actually shifting it.
I don't know. I've never really looked into it, but they're interesting.
No,
The videos.
Yeah, I've never been anywhere that's like where they've been moving. But yeah, it's mainly female like shaped bodies, isn't it, that you see in the trees? It's never male. So
I mean, that's
that's
where they kind of got it from, I suppose. If they see
Yeah.
very feminine shapes in the trees, but
yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Pareidolia, where they see faces in trees.
yeah.
Because
Well, they would get their stories from things that looked like other things. Like if they saw a big rock that looked like a bear, they'd be like, "Oh, that was a giant bear, and the goddess turned it into a rock."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But then were they trolls? Because you reckon that when all these trolls, giants, and that died, they turned into stone. Oh no, they could only. Something had happened. They could turn to stone. It's like, oh, they was only able to come out during the night time, and as soon as between sunrise and sunset, they couldn't do anything. A bit like vampires. So, I don't know. I wasn't there.
What are they?
I wasn't even born.
Do you know what I really like? I think there's I really like these videos of tree gnomes and like little gnomes. Have you seen people videoing like bushes and things? And you've got,
Well, yeah, where they're running across.
you've got like these little. I think they're just called tree gnomes. They have like
Or,
no
they, like, pop out.
Yeah, and like tree people where they see little things popping around in the bush and everything like that. I actually sometimes I thought there was something there myself in like trees and things. When I go to Beeston, we thought we saw something standing in one of the bushes from a distance, and the closer we got, the sort of more it kind of disappeared. But when we were walking down the hill, we saw trees in front of us, and what we thought was something moving in the trees, between the trees through them.
Yeah,
Not in like a wispy motion like the leaves, but as if someone was walking.
like a solid figure.
Down kind of a solid figure. And it was white. But then as we got closer, it just seemed to morph into the trees. It became
part of it.
Yeah. And
You ever when you go into a woods or a forest, I know it's easy to do because it's like there's no landmarks really, but do you ever get disorientated? Like you cannot think of which way you came in and what direction you're heading?
A little bit. Where was it? Where did I go? I can't remember what forest it was. It was a forest up near me. I can't remember what it was called. I'll have to find the name of it. But a little bit, yeah, a bit of a disorientation. Didn't know which way we were actually going. I think the move.
Yeah, the Fey folk are supposed to make you all disorientated when you get in there, so that you struggle to find your way out, and it's easier way for them to, catch you.
Yeah.
It's the Pukwudgies.
Yes.
I love
I
Pukwudgies.
love that story.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the guy, and he was saying basically he was saying something to him, and it translated into "We're going to take you."
Ooh.
I'm not doing the voice. The guy did it so much better than I did.
They're like little human-like creatures. They're like 2 or 3 feet tall, and they're like the men of the woods. If the dryads are like the females of the woods, the Pukwudgies are the men of the woods.
That makes sense. That makes sense as well.
Mm.
Interesting. Very. Right. Shall we have a break?
Yeah, and then we'll come back and we have to do our telekinesis.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So So we'll do a minute of projection now. So everyone in the chat, please try and predict what it is we're sending over. So for those that don't know, after last week's show, we all came up with an object. We all decided on this particular one.
Don't show it.
And I wrote it down. I drew a picture. And so while we do... Should you do a full break, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do full 3-minute breaks. While that's on, we'll try and project it and see if anyone can come up with what we decided on. So let me find it. I'll see you in 3 minutes, 11 seconds. I can burp away as much as I want then. See you then. hello, and we are back. It's all right. Someone just entered the room and decided to cough all over me. And I'm
We're back.
Right, so this was the best question that I got from all of this. Was from my cousin. Of what exactly? Did I not say out loud that we thought of an object last week and you guys have to guess what it is and write it in the chat while the break's on? Or did I just think that in my head? Did I actually say it out loud?
You just projected it. No, you said it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think, and I don't think you said to say it in the chat. I thought we were gonna
put your answers up in the chat. I actually wrote it.
You wrote it, yeah. You didn't say
yeah.
it. You wrote it.
Yeah. So, and it's of an object. Yeah. You know what? Don't think it's worked because I'm just marking them all now. So I'm only putting the ones up that are in capitals because
directions.
Yes. Right. So you can't have like 20 different guesses. It doesn't work like that.
Tell that to Sarah.
I was just thinking that.
Well, I was going to say, you've not been guessing when you know what it is.
I know I should put in the chat.
Right. So. Oh.
Someone got it.
Someone has nearly got it. Wow. Without not being horrible, but I wasn't expecting that person to get it. But you know when you have expectations of certain people to get it, yeah? It just... The people who didn't get it have disappointed me. And the one that has got it, I'm quite impressed. Right, so I'm just going to fire them up on the screen, and then we'll go through as to what it is. So, first one, K2 meter. Correct or not? Baby with laser. The Rendlesham UFO monument.
It was an object. I mean, I guess that is an object, but I would say that's more of a place.
Yeah. Pentagram. Medusa. Nope. Margaret Webster. A Wolfman. Nope. Steph. Pyramid House or Keys. Nope. Elaine. Woolen E.T. Nope. Margaret again. Cryptid. Nope. Jojo. Eye in the sky, big wheeling. So London Eye is what it's called, Joe. So London Eye. No. My cousin Andy. Oh, now he's woke up. A Chucky doll. No. These are objects, not items.
Well, a Chucky doll is an object. A dog man, not so much.
No. A pot and plant fern. Penny Van. Nope. Deborah Hatswell. A kitten. Nope. Nickname Crystal. Nope. And the last one.
You forgot the.
Oh, that was too late. So you've got to be faster at typing than that. So Joe put TP was second, camera was third. So all I'm going to say is, should have gone with your third choice. because it was. And he even wrote the date on it. Digital camera, 23rd of the 2nd, 24th. Well, we all know that we're crap at this and we're not going to be doing it ever again.
You know, I think maybe we'll get better.
I think
Sorry?
that was successful.
Yeah. To have one person guess it was still pretty successful out of all of the objects in the world it could be.
Yeah. I actually thought the people that would have got it would have been Simon, Penny, Elaine, and Baby with a Laser. I thought they would have been definite, like straight away got it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying anyone else wouldn't have got it, but
I think we should keep doing it every once in a while because I think we're going to get better at it.
so why don't we do it every week?
Yeah, you got to test its like reliability as well. Like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more you practice something, the more you like flex that muscle, the better you're going to get at it.
Exactly. Unlock that bit more percentage of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's
then
only
the
a bit
interesting thing
left.
as we
I've
go,
no choice.
like a year from now,
Yeah.
is like 90% of people in the chat getting it as opposed to like one person.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of people are agreeing with what you said. So yeah, keep doing it. From Andrew. I can't pronounce the surname, sorry. It took me about 3 weeks to get Nicole's surname right. I still don't know if I have. So I shan't embarrass myself. Training is key, and practice makes
Emiliosi.
perfect.
Andrew Emiliosi,
Thank you.
I think.
It is now.
It'd be interesting to know how they received those though. Did it just come to you? Was it an image in
Was
your head?
that was that the first thing that you thought of?
Yeah, like how they've received like how did you receive it as a camera? Was it did you get it as a word in your head, as an image, or was it a vibe? Be interesting to know how it was received.
Oh, Joe got it right last time as well.
Ooh.
Picture. She got it as a picture.
Yeah.
So it's an image portrayed.
Were you projecting it as a photo, as a picture as well? Because I was.
I was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was projecting what I'd drawn, not what I'd written.
Because the projection and the reception would have been interesting if you'd said it as a word and it was received as a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. So next week, why don't we do it as written word and not an image?
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on kind of thinking about it as well. Like if you're a visual, some people can't visualize images.
Yeah.
Mind.
Yeah.
We could do both.
Margaret's got to be another version of me. Oh wait, where is it? No, I forgot what we were supposed to be doing.
That's okay, Margaret. We're gonna do it again next time.
Me every Friday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
But every day of the week, don't matter. Right. But was it mirrorless? Was what?
What was the camera?
I don't know. I didn't go on the inside of it and have a look at that. We thought of digital camera.
Well, we thought
Right,
of
so
camera, and then we had to narrow it down to what kind of camera.
Yes. So it was digital camera.
Mm-hmm. Penny got a visual of a room with a fern type of plant near something else very green.
I mean, the fern thing is interesting because while we were talking about like hollow earth and things like that, and then we're talking about like greenery and living things and plants and dryads and things, I do really like ferns, and ferns react to your voice and your touch and things. I have been thinking about ferns. So it is interesting that she's...
Do you know, that's funny because I actually pictured ferns when you were talking about hollow earth, but you're where they're really high, like in Predator.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Jurassic times, when
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
all those giant ferns and like
Yeah,
those.
that's how I pictured.
yeah.
That's how I've got in my head when you think about Hollow Earth and like a Jurassic
So
internal.
we're all picturing that. Just earlier.
Maybe
So yeah,
we was transmitting the wrong thing, and it's
That's
our
why we
fault.
practice.
I mean, I will admit, in the time that we've been on here, I've probably thought about ferns more than I've thought about cameras.
Do you know? I probably have actually.
Yeah.
Sorry
I'm not
if
just saying. I think I have because as soon as you started saying Hollow Earth, the only plants I could think was like a rubber plant,
Yeah.
like a cheese plant, that type of thing, or a fern.
Yeah, ferns have been in my head because I love ferns anyway. I've got a fern at home, but yeah, that's interesting.
Why don't we try then?
Days, Sarah?
What, sorry?
Have you seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, that movie?
Yes,
That's
yeah.
what you reminded me. I love Fern.
Yes. Mine's still live at the minute, so win-win.
It's a chick flick.
Oh.
Rom-com.
I've heard of it, not watched it.
Have you not seen it? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Go watch it. It's good.
Great film.
Mm-hmm.
Busy watching football and drinking beer. Don't do either.
And watching Winx Club.
Who?
Winx Club, the fairy show on Netflix.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
I didn't watch
It is good. Watch it. It's good. It is good. Right. Shall we do?
Yeah. One question before we get off the phone. Andy, do you have a camera near a house plant?
Right. So, yeah. So that is plastic tree because it wouldn't last. And then my other camera is just here next to it.
It wouldn't last, so you can't keep it alive.
Bit of both.
I can't keep
I'm good at keeping cactus and orchids. And that's it.
Cacti don't count. Cactuses don't count. Wait, cacti don't count. They're dead easy then, aren't they? Do you know what I can't keep? Aloe vera.
Nope. I killed mine in like a week.
I think it looks like it's dying because it's dry. The soil is cracking, so I think I'll put a drip in. And then it's overwatered and it goes all brown. I don't understand how you can keep an aloe vera alive. Honestly, it's dying because it's the ground, the mud, the soil is cracking. So I think, okay, just one crop, and then it dies because it's overwatered. Don't get it.
I'm just looking if I've got any of the plants in here. No, they're all plastic anyway.
It looks real enough.
Sorry. Goodbye, Vera, then.
Oh, that's what it's called now. A goodbye.
That's quite good. Like that. Right. I'll do the next couple of paragraphs from Colin's Encounters. I think we should do this weekly. And then someone should come on and read it from beginning to end without any script. Do you reckon?
And then
like one of you two.
Well, there is an actress among us, so.
This what?
Actress, right? Don't you do, Sarah, the...
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh,
you. Don't you do?
Yeah.
I forgot, yes, yeah. I did.
Forgot what you did.
I forgot what I did. I was like,
Forgot who you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll read a script. I've got an audition and get a third call back on Sunday.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck.
So,
break a leg. No, break a leg.
Yeah.
No, good luck. Break a leg.
Yes.
Thanks.
Right. So I'm going to do the next 3 paragraphs. Yep.
Yeah.
So this is where he's been given the choice of the blue or the blue planet or the purpley pinky coloured one. So we're on to this bit now. So Unless I was in a life form before humans arrived here when the world looked different, maybe. I don't remember that. I then remember pointing a finger between the two figures at a neon green graph line, asking what that was. They said timeline, in the language spoken by them, not Earth language, but I understood at the time. How long, I asked. They explained 100 years was in relative movement around the sun. It was relative movement around the sun. I remember thinking, well, that's perfect. A short, relaxing life and then back here, no problem. I then made them tell me again what I would be fighting in the wars on this world like the others. They agreed that it would be mostly relaxing, living. Oh, that I would not be fighting, sorry. They explained that it'd be mostly relaxing, living, experience all the dominant species experiences. I felt like a gold miner who'd struck gold. I bet you wasn't the two figures' descriptions. Well, they never in what I remembered to face me, but I can say they were shorter than me. Their heads were not massive in proportion to the bodies. Only the torso of each was visible. The mist either covered their legs or they were a part of the mist. They were pale blue to grey white in colour. I did catch a glimpse of my reflection. Very shiny surface, and a little later, looking at the graph line after they explained 100 years, they said, but you won't live that long due to something that will happen to shorten your lives of most there. I seem not to take much more notice of that because I was looking at the neon lifeline, which rose up to a point, then travelled down a point, then up again. Not all ups and downs were large, a little like some mountains in the range, being larger than others. There you go.
The plot thickens.
It does. Oh, it's gone all funny now.
Could easily do 2 paragraphs of that. That's sort of quite interesting.
Yeah.
Listen to the
Do you want me to do some more?
experience.
Yeah, do another
I
one.
think so. It's a good little.
I know. I just don't want to do it all in one go
Oh yeah.
because I know we'll come back and we'll just be sat here on our own. Right, I'll do one more. Right. I pointed again at these upward downward lines. They told me high points and low points in the lifeline. I pointed at the steep drop at the end. They said the end of your time here. I remember while they operated things with their minds, they had no nails on the pale fingers that I saw because I was used to them and my surroundings. Nothing surprised me enough to focus much on anything. Nothing stood out or took me by surprise to take notes. Like most people on Earth, when you're surrounded by daily things always being there, we don't take much notice of it. My hands, I noticed, were pointing at the green lifeline as I remember. They were larger, grey in colour, claws on the end of the fingers that I could see, and very small, tiny scales in the skin. Now, this is his body that he's talking about now, and what he looked like. Smooth like a snake. The mist, as far as I remember, had the feeling of many, many minds within, like an extremely crowded theatre, but much greater. Like an organism beyond physical touch and greater holding. I felt the minds of many, but thinking as one. It was a good feeling, not bad at all. I seemed used to it and part of it as normal. There you go. So that was part 2 of his previous lives.
Interesting. I love stories.
Yeah.
Right. So what topics are we going to do next week? Oh, we can't.
I guess next
week. Oh, we
week.
can. I don't know. Don't even know where we are now. So Peter Robbins is on Wednesday, and Dr. Ian Rubinstein is on Friday. So the next time we're going to be able to do a topic is Wednesday the 20th and then the 22nd. So, third week in March. But, yeah, if we get them now, we have got 4 weeks to do research.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Should we
Really
do that,
depth.
Anne?
Mm.
Yeah. So if you've got, if anyone in the chat has got any topics that we've not covered, can you write them in the chat in capitals, and just in case you forget what you're supposed to do. Any topics you two want to cover that you've not ever done but you fancy doing?
Just trying to think now.
So I'm kind of thinking that we're on a plants topic and everybody's talking about plants. But you know how they say that plants actually are like sentient?
Yes.
Mm.
Like that they can make noises, we just can't hear them.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that they know what's happening, like they're aware of their surroundings. I think that's interesting. I don't know how like spooky that is, but I think it's spooky.
Yeah, I do.
Like if your plants are listening to everything you're saying.
Yeah.
I think they're more alive than we think they are. Like more, not alive. Obviously, they're alive, but
More aware of what's going on.
exactly. I don't really know. Let me have a look because there's not much I haven't thought about really.
Yeah. We're at the hour and a half mark. How long do you want to carry on for? Can you do another half hour?
I might not be able to because I've got to put a tan on.
Shut up. Get out.
I have. Yeah. I've got to do a fake tan, Andy.
You'll be fine. Just stand outside in the rain. You'll be all right.
I've got to get a fake tan on, right? It's an hour tan, but I leave it on for 2 hours. The longer I'm on here, the longer I've got to
Sarah,
stay.
that's a 2 hour time.
Yeah, but I always leave it on for an extra hour just to.
Oh, just in case.
Yeah, just to give it.
So you're like fully baked.
Yeah, fully baked. But so that means, let me think. So what? 10:30ish.
Yes, you can do it.
There you go. The voice of reason. Thank you.
Not the one who has to stay up for 2 hours while the tan bakes.
You just got to sleep standing up. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. That just means Emma, you gotta like poke her to keep her awake.
Like a
She'll
vampire.
do it, Andy.
Yeah. She's what?
She said, come on, say it again.
She'll do it, Andy.
There you go. There, you've been told.
I have been told. Vampires. I'm like a vampire then standing up 2 hours.
That's enough. Did we do vampire? We did vampires the other week, didn't we?
did vampires, yeah. With Michelle, we talked about vampires.
Vampires are interesting. Because
See, we have got
truth in that as well.
We have got a good one from Simon, interacting with ghosts, that we can all, the three of us can do that because that's what we do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And the other one, the churchyard of St. Medard, I dare you, the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Not nice.
I've never heard of it.
Well, we can do interacting with ghosts. I think we've all done that anyway.
Yeah.
At some point. So that's not really a lot of research that we need to do. That's more our own experiences. So that's not bad. That's quite a good one. Excuse me. But what if we all look into that? We've got 3 weeks, so it's going to be the Wednesday the 20th. Are you okay for that one, Sarah?
Yeah, I haven't got anything planned in.
All right, I wasn't sure if you're in work because you're saying you do shift work and what have you.
Yeah, I think I'm on a day, or I'm not on. I'll have a look. Wednesday the 20th. Yeah, I'm off.
All right, cool. Yep, that's that then. Right, so we'll do that. I will have to write it down because I'll forget before I even turn the computer off. So it is the church. Oh. Churchyard of St. Medard. Wednesday, 20th March. There we go. What do you reckon if we do this one week and we just do it on this and nothing else?
Yeah. We are going to do a deep dive into the history of who Freddie Valentine is. How did he get his start? What does he do? And then we have to track him down to do the show.
Do you reckon we could? Do you reckon he's not gone in hiding?
I don't know. We could try. I'm really good at cyber stalking people.
Well, there you go.
I'll try to find it.
I think we should be able to track him down. I know he's like UK based. As far as I know, he's UK based. 1 second.
This was very easy. I found him already.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I think you've already been searching him and just not shared that information.
I searched it in 3 seconds. Look at this. And it comes with a new picture for you, too.
Even better.
Mm-hmm. And a contact right on his website.
What the hell? I've actually just been sent some stuff. 1 second. Just let me get this picture. Save. When the computer kicks in, it'll do it. Right. That's his actual website.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Save.
Yeah, actual website. That's how we can get in contact with him.
Do you know what? I'm going to email him in about half an hour. Right, so
I don't think he knows what an enigma he is on this channel.
I know. Imagine if he says yeah.
Right?
There you go. Animal communication, audience, clairvoyance, crystals, dream analysis, life coaching, medium, past lives, pendulum, psychic development, remote viewing, and tarot cards.
Animal communication.
Oh, that's not.
I'm online. Call by card. Call by phone bill. When was this done? The 1980s.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get him on. I think it'd be good.
It would be good because we could talk to him about what he does and how he does it and everything.
He's too busy putting fake tan on.
Well, Sarah, did you see Penny's suggestion earlier? Wrap yourself in aluminum foil and you'll bake in half the time.
Jacket potato.
Yeah.
There you go. Because
Like
he's got a full box of foil blankets if you need some to wrap up in.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
You'll be fine.
I like tin of biscuits then.
Oh, right. So should we go back to Hollow Earth then? And the ice wall and the organic spaceship that we're living on?
We had a couple questions, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I forgot about them. Right, so this one is the first question from Elaine, and we're going back to, is it Hollow Earth? So it says, Nicole, there's extremely huge ravines that supposedly hold things in there. Have you heard about that?
In Antarctica, I
Yeah.
have not, but it wouldn't surprise me. Or even if like this giant ice wall was like the entrance to some tunnel or some thing into a hole.
Yeah, there's definitely something, isn't there? Right. Next question. Is from, it's off topic, but it's something that's happened lately. Andy, seen the 3 orange lights over Hull? Photo of them online today. So, orange lights.
I'm having a look now.
Hull. Images.
Oh, is it a video?
Oh.
Video.
There's loads of pictures online, but it doesn't actually show when they were taken.
See, I think I know what that is immediately.
Go on.
I think they're lanterns.
Oh, the Chinese lanterns.
Yeah. But then it's too zoomed. It looks like lanterns.
They were described as much bigger than Chinese lanterns.
Oh, were they?
A bemused woman has filmed orange light and says they were definitely not Chinese lanterns or parachutes.
Oh, okay. Right.
They were so much bigger, and they were in formation.
Right. So I've just got the picture because there's like 30 on there. Oh, well, it was. I've not got the picture. I don't know. Why does it always do this? Oh, it's saving it as a web file.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. No, I can't do it. It won't let me save it. Oh, I know what I can do. One second. I'll get a screen, can't I?
I didn't look.
Keep forgetting we can do that. Right. Share screen. Share window. No. There we go. When it does it.
Someone is.
Well, the only bit of the picture that where the lights are, I've got that thing going over and I can't move it.
Can you not press no thanks?
Trying to do it now. It's not letting me do anything. Oh, there we go. Right, I'll have to do it like that.
Oh, that's a different angle than the one I've seen. It looks like a different time of day as well.
Oh, is it? That was
Maybe
the only one that I could find.
Oh, I found another one.
There's a couple of them. Yeah, this is apparently like a common thing.
What, multiple sightings?
Ah, right, okay.
Is this the first time this has been seen, though, over Hull? Or do people...
No, there's been quite a few.
Oh, okay.
I've closed it. It's glitching on my computer.
They do look bigger in that video than they did in the one I saw.
Yeah.
The one I think looked like Chinese lanterns, but actually, yeah, that's quite a big light.
Someone at the front door, and it's into my speakers, and someone's just stood outside, keep pressing the doorbell, and it's doing me head in. Right, so we've got interactive with ghosts, got that one. Oh, right, so this is for you, Sarah. So it's from Baby with a Laser. Before you go, did you look into the Hope's car Stockport, seeing if the 1967 plane crash? It's a piece of scrubland and has never been built on since. An EVP session might be interesting.
I haven't had a look, no, but I am currently having a little rummage around. I'll have to look about how is it accessible? I assume it is. It is finding the how accessible it is, but I'd be interested in that. Were there any fatalities in the plane crash? I assume so, obviously.
Well, I've just sent Freddie Valentine a friend request from the link that Nicole's just sent me.
Is it the so for the Hope's car? Is it where the memorial is, or is it a different bit of land?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
No, I don't either. There's a memorial, but it's whereabouts the actual crash was in comparison to where the crash was. If it's gated, I won't be able to go in and not get arrested.
Yeah, sorry. Penny just put, if you get the dry heaves, I will find you and slap your forehead. Lol. I hope he wants to come on. It'd be great. Right. Going back to the free lights in Hull, Cousins put, police report state it was excess gas being burnt off at a nearby refinery. So if they're happening quite a lot, it could be that.
Billy asked, how far is Bempton from Hull? It's about an hour.
Yeah, it's not too far. It's literally up the road. Don't know.
I'm at the Priory tomorrow. I'm wondering if I could do Hope's car as well.
Yeah, you're round the corner from it, aren't you?
I've just realised I've just given away everything again.
You already told us. It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, but there might be someone new on here who's actually a madman.
Mm-hmm. Who is it? Raise your hand.
One mad monk kind of gives it away.
See you all there tomorrow then, yeah.
Right.
Do you know, I saw a thing. It's funny because somebody said about 50 miles that Americans tell how far things are apart in time it takes to get there. And in the UK, you say it by miles. Is that true?
Oh, see, I don't. I say it in time.
I used to do it in distance, but now it's like 20 minutes. Where I used to live, everywhere was 10 minutes away. Didn't matter where you was going, it was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They saw that, like, if you ask somebody, they'll tell you, oh, it's like 10 miles. It's like 20 miles down this way.
The best ones are like, oh, if you go south, I don't know what way I'm facing now. I don't know which way south is.
Thing is, it's like, I don't care how many miles away it is. It's how long it takes me in the car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could go 3 miles down a motorway and be there in 5 minutes, or 3 miles down, like, a normal A road or whatever.
And 20 minutes. Yeah.
20 minutes, yeah.
Huge difference.
Yep.
Exactly. So,
yeah, I'd rather know in
relative
time than distance.
However, in which case I'd say it's only 3 miles. But no, I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's only 5 minutes down the small road. Or it's only 5 minutes. It's only 10 minutes down the motorway. You have to specify which
Yeah.
kind of road you're going down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However, if
no,
I'm trying to
totally
claim
agree.
petrol from everybody, I will tell them in miles.
I wouldn't even know how many miles. I'd be like, I don't know. I get in my car and I'm there in like half an hour.
Just get in and go.
Mm-hmm. I put on my
Right.
GPS.
So, sorry.
So I put on my GPS.
Yes. Right. So I'm just looking at. So we've got Peter Robbins, then Ian Rubinstein next Wednesday and Monday. The following week, got Dave Hodrian on Wednesday, and then Eric and Bob Part 2 on the Friday. Following week, we've got Lala Bright and Bob or Bob Science. Can't remember which way around it is, but they're coming on. Then on the Friday, we've got June DeYoung, who is the psychic to the stars and ex-Playboy bunny and helpful millionaire lotto winners from all over the place. She's actually sent me a load of emails today about different. A lot of them are testimonials, but then like podcasts of shows that she's been on as well. So I'm going to go through them over the weekend. Then the 20th, we're going to be doing the Churchyard of St. Medard. Then Friday, it's going to be Dominic, us three, Dominic and Michelle.
And we're doing a Saturday one. Did you say the Saturday one?
Oh, yeah. I'm not even looking at the weekend ones. What is wrong with me? So, a week on Sunday, we've got Ron and Lords, ourselves, and the other two people. I cannot remember the names, sorry.
The Rathmans. Tony and Shira.
Rathmans, yeah. So, that's on Sunday at 5 o'clock. And then on the Saturday the 9th, around 6 p.m., it's only going to be on for about an hour, doing the Global Skywatch. Now, so far, I've got 5 people. Sorry, I'm just reading one of the comments. There's 5 people coming on. So I just need a couple more if anyone's interested. All the cameras are going to be muted. All you got, if you don't even want to go outside, just put it at the window and just point it up at the sky. You don't have to get any tree line in it, no rooftops. Just point it up into the sky. Doesn't matter what the weather's like, what time of day it is, whether it's night, morning, makes no difference. You still, if there's anything about, you're going to see it, and if there's not, then you're not. So, Bim Jim's just put, what temperatures at £12 and 4 shillings? Sounds about right. Yeah, so if anyone wants to do the Skywatch, all you've got to do is have a device that you can link to StreamYard. I'll send you the link out, and then that's it. We'll mute all the cameras. So it's not. So if you are outside, not getting a load of background noise, and all you need to put on there is your name and your location. It's like mine would be Andy Northampton or Nicole New York, that kind of thing. You don't have to be on camera; it'll just be pointing up at the sky, and then hopefully we'll get some on one of them, and then we can switch cameras and zoom in on it as best we can, and that's it. So anyone interested can have up, I think it's up to 10 cameras. So probably say go for 3 more, go for 8, and then because there's going to be us on there as well. Oh no, you can't do that, can you?
No, something's going on that day.
Yes. Can you do it, Sarah?
What date was that again? The Skywatch.
Yeah, Saturday the 9th of March. So 2 weeks tomorrow.
Saturday. What time? I'm working that day, but
about 6 p.m. I've not got a definite time yet, but
I'm on
either 6 or 7. Huh?
Fine. I'm working till 5 that day, so if we can get on, I will. Depends what documentation's like after.
The boring bit.
The boring bit.
Right. Statement for you. This is from Baby again. He's put the entrance to Hope's Car is on Hope's Car Road off Wellington Street. Oh, I know where that is. I used to work up there.
I've got it on Google Maps here, so I think I might scope it out.
Right.
Looking
Isn't that then an industrial estate down there, Oak Sky Road? Like a little business centre?
no idea. What's Sky Road? It's not far off the motorway. Well, nothing ever is in
It's
Stockport.
as you're getting into the centre of Stockport, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like that end. Yeah. I used to work on Wellington Street. Worst job I ever had. Lasted about a week.
A week.
Right. That's it. I've not got anything else. You're doing your investigation tomorrow?
Tomorrow night with Ron and Lourdes. They're running their Statacom, and we're going to be at the Patcha House. That's going to be fun. And then Sunday, I have a private investigation.
Oh, cool. So you can talk about them next week then, can't you?
Yeah. Yep.
And then
This one
Sarah can talk about...
interesting.
Sarah can talk about getting arrested at the Old Cheadle Hospital.
Yeah, or falling down a ditch and breaking my leg.
Yeah, or being kidnapped by loads of weirdos that turn up.
Yeah,
You've given it all away.
Sort of story to tell. And then on Sunday I'm very boring. I've got. Well, it's not boring, but it's a long day. I've got my audition all day on Sunday, so nothing paranormal. But I'll be there all day.
Is it at an old theater?
No, it's an old dance studio though.
Oh,
so that might be.
Yeah.
Loads of photos. Just random photos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I meant to have a date on Sunday, but I've been ghosted.
Oh.
Not good.
Not good. That's about as paranormal as my Sunday will get.
Well, we was talking a bit ago. We missed a trip. We was going to do a paranormal dating app where you can actually ghost each other.
What was it called?
It should be a dating app. It should be a dating site.
It should be one.
It's called Paranormal Date. You can select your special interests, like if you're interested in ghosts or Bigfoot, your location, and it's free.
There you go.
So there you go. You can find your love on Paranormal Date.
Oh.
And it's optimized for dating on the go because they know investigators are busy people.
Yeah, you could have a first date in a churchyard or a derelict building.
Or Priory Hospital. There you go. Any singles? Tomorrow.
There you go.
No, joking, everyone.
It'll be really funny if like 40 people turn up.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I should charge everyone. No, better not.
Just stop talking now, I think.
It's gonna be like speed dating.
Oh my god. I think on that note we should end it before
that's
Sarah
a good
goes
note.
down a different rabbit hole.
You should have let me just do a tan.
They keep saying keep the chat clean and on topic. We're not clean and on topic.
We was. Not now. Right, I'm gonna go anyway. So Wednesday with Peter Robbins at 8:30. So have a wonderful time. Enjoy your investigations over the weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
And I'm gonna be getting drunk. And that's
You have
it.
to let me know if Freddie accepts your request.
Yes, I'll message you both and let you know. And if he don't, I'm going to send him a message regardless. So let's see if we can get him on.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. So, yeah, have a great weekend. Let us know how it all goes and see you guys on Wednesday. So, good night, everyone. And thanks for coming on.
Night.
Thank
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.